with all that is.
I'm one with all that is.
How powerful I am.
How powerful I am.
All I need right in my hand.
All I need right in my hand.
All the truth, how strong I stand. Oh God, deep within me.
Oh God, deep within me.
With your light now I can see.
With your light now I can see.
I will listen for your voice.
I will listen for your voice.
And with freedom I rejoice. Heaven within my heart. Power within me.
Power within me.
Open the door and blessings rain. Fill my soul in every way.
Fill my soul in every way.
Higher, higher as we go.
Higher, higher as we go.
Like the water we will flow.
Like the water we will flow.
Unify my mind, my soul.
Unify my mind, my soul.
As above, so below.
As above, so below.
One God,
One God.
one mind,
One mind.
one soul,
One soul.
one heart,
One heart.
one God,
One God.
one mind,
One mind.
one soul,
One soul.
one heart.
One heart.
Higher, higher as we go.
Higher, higher as we go.
Like the water we will go.
Like the water we will flow.
Unify my mind, my soul.
Unify my mind, my soul.
As above, so below.
As above, so below.
One God,
One God.
one mind,
One mind.
one soul,
One soul.
one heart,
One heart.
one mind,
One mind.
one God,
One God.
one soul,
One soul.
one heart.
One heart.
Higher, higher as we go.
Higher, higher as we go.
Like the water we will go.
Like the water we will flow.
Unify my mind, my soul.
Unify my mind, my soul.
As above, so below.
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 Thank you.
Well, they apparently can do it. They can.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, you guys are even good live.
You can move chairs anywhere. Make yourself happy.
Yeah. We're gonna hand out little pieces of cardboard with a little square cut in them in case you're not used to seeing the whole picture. Just, you know,
Or just do this.
yeah.
But make sure you have your pants on.
Unlike Ty.
You shouldn't be sitting down for at least 5 more minutes.
Ashe, 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 Ashe,
You're looking quite comfortable. You know better now, right? Okay, just testing you.
This is good.
Want to make sure you know what's next. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up and walk with God. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Rise up, rise up and walk with God. Don't you know? Come on. Don't you know you got to rise up? Don't you know you got to rise up? Rise. Don't you know you got to rise up? Don't you know you got to rise up and walk with God? One more time, everybody, here we go. Don't you know you got to rise up? Don't you know you got to rise up, rise? Don't you know you got to rise up? Don't you know you got to rise up and walk with God? Everybody sing, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Rise up and walk with God. One more time, sing it, come on. Rise up, yeah. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up and walk with God. Hey, Elliot, come here. Hey, don't you know, here we go. Don't you know you got to rise up, yeah. Don't you know you got to rise up, rise? Don't you know you got to rise up? Woo! Don't you know you got to rise up and walk with God? One more time. Don't you know you got to rise up? Don't you know you got to rise up, rise? Don't you know you got to rise up? Don't you know you got to rise up and walk with God?
Elliot, you're losing your candy. Don't lose your candy. Yeah.
We're back.
You didn't know we had a surprise performer. Oh, my God. He's. I know.
We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. We are holy, holy, holy. are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. Continue to sing that. We are holy. Here we go. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. Oh, yeah. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. You continue. I'm going to go opposite you. Spirit divine, holy, holy. Come to holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. Open my holy, holy, holy. Allow me to see holy, holy. Beauty and love. We are holy. We are holy, holy. Let's go to you are. You are holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. We are. We are holy. We are, you are, I am. You are them. We are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. We are holy. Just we. And I'm going to sing again. Spirit divine, come to holy, holy, feel love here and home. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love. Surround me. Last time we are. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. I really want you to sing this to each other. You are, you are. To somebody next to you. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy. We are last time. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. I am whole. I am whole. You are whole. You are whole. We are whole. We are whole.
Yes.
So I take a breath. I am here. I am so grateful to be here. And I know that there is only one power. And I feel that power moving in this place right now. I feel that power within me expressing itself through me and as me in this moment. I feel this power creating me out of itself. And so I speak my word right now, knowing that my word is the law whereunto it is spoken. I speak my word for this beautiful community of which I am a part. It is the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey. I speak my word for the love that is filling this room, for the love of God that each and every one of us is anchoring in this space. I know that God is everywhere present. And I am so grateful to be amongst and surrounded by so much love, so much support, so much encouragement. I don't miss that, looking at that screen for one moment. And I just bless this evening. I welcome the presence of spirit to enter where it already abides. I welcome the presence of each and every person who has come to join their holy, holy, holy sacred presence with us as a community. I bless the speaker and everyone, and the musicians, everyone who has a hand in this service. And I am so grateful to be in this spot, in this moment right here, right now. I am grateful for the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey. I'm grateful for the global community of the Centers for Spiritual Living. It has blessed my life in countless ways. And so it is with bountiful joy, abundant gratitude that I release this word into the law. I allow it to be so, and so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Look, honey, they have bodies. This is great. This is just so great. I gotta tell you. Thank you all for hanging in there this past year. It's just been phenomenal the way everybody shows up every week and stays together as a community. And what are we? Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey. We are an open and affirming science of mind community where the vibration of love lifts you, the wisdom of the ages inspires you, and the science of mind teaching empowers you. Wow. All right, I'm done here.
Are you done?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Let's get this a little bit lower. Wow. Who's that? Oh. Yes. So we actually, our children are being cared for tonight by Tamika.
Yay!
It's up to the parents whether they go or don't go. I'll leave that up to y'all in the back of the room. Oh, so some of you I have not seen in the flesh in so long. It's interesting. You don't feel disfamiliar, right? Because we see each other and we live in each other. That's the beauty of community. We live inside of each other. But I am definitely glad to be here. Just to give you a little bit of, I know I'm going to totally go off. Going to make sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh yeah, I see that. Okay. So for those of you, who's the first time in this building? Okay. So for those of you who don't know, this was my home church. This is where I was reared as a religious scientist and became a practitioner and a minister. And I was here before it was this beautiful and had a lot to do with raising the money for many things here. And so in so many ways, this feels like my church. You know, when you take ownership, when you give to something and it grows, you have the right to own a little piece of it as your own. So for me, this was, I lived in Florham Park at the time. So for me, and it was I was here just before I got pregnant with Seth, and my baby is turning 25 tomorrow. So some of you have known me a long time. And so I've been coming here for about 26 years. That's a long time. So has Joe, so has Marcy. Where are you, Marcy? Up there you are. Paul Trainer. He was an original member here. Mary Riley, who's come in. Hi, darling. She was an original member and practitioner here. So some of us have some roots. Beth, yeah, you can hear a little music. Yeah, that's where we met. We met when she and Reverend Rich used to play music over there. And so this, there's a lot here. Celine, where'd Celine go?
She's behind you. She's in the
There you
bushes.
are, okay. So Celine was with us not quite that long ago, but back in the day, there was a number of us that came out of this community. So it's auspicious to be here tonight. And especially for so many of you, we've tried to get together. As you know, last summer we did get together once. And many of you came. I can't remember, but many of you came. And our last attempt, not so much. But it was still cool. It was like having a private concert, and we had a great time. So I'm really glad you made the effort to be here. What? Yes, we had a send off from Mo DeBrito. She and Mark moved to Indiana. And yeah, that's something I have to get used to over these years, is saying goodbye and letting go of people. But I guess I've gotten kind of good at it now. So
She's still on our board.
She's still on the board. Yeah, that's a good thing. And so was our president. So we have long distance leadership, which is like, and our bookkeeper, Jessa Nichols, is about to move to Florida. So we are seriously going to be, a virtual community. So there's no excuse for not belonging. So I'm glad. Well, thank you, Celine and Clive and Ty once again, and Marcy and Jean for drumming and the music. And I'm just so glad you're here. I'm just so glad you're here. So I'll sit down and shut up so they can do the next song. Yeah, you forgot too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we have it.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to behave tonight. Thank you.
I'm ready.
You don't think I'm gonna let you sit down, dude? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Little more, one more sing again. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We praise God. We praise God forever and always. Praise God. We praise God forever and always. Praise God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. One more time, we praise God. We praise God forever and always. Praise God. We praise God forever and always. Praise God. Hallelujah. You wanna be happy for the rest of your life. Praise God every day with all of your might. Let the light of God be a blessing in your life. Praise God every day with all of your might. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, if you want to be happy, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, praise God every day with all of your might. Let the light of God be a blessing in your life. Praise God every day with all of your might. Hallelujah. Choir, I need to hear more of you. Hallelujah. Keep going. Let's count it down. Just want to hear you now. Come on. Hallelujah. That's one part. Hallelujah is the next part. Hallelujah. Let's do parts together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah. Let's finish. Hallelujah. It's weird watching people sing when they can't see their mouths. Very weird.
We were singing that, you just couldn't hear us through the mask.
I can hear you. I just couldn't see your mouth move. That's weird.
Another song there?
No, we have one more song.
Oh, we do. I'm looking right at it.
Jill sang it to me. I'm like, that can't be so.
Uh-huh.
We
Can't be
decided
so.
to indulge tonight.
We are chock full tonight. Chock full of song.
There's an extra surcharge for the entertainment.
And a 2-drink minimum. Oh, wrong church, sorry.
Oh, is this Shanghai CSL?
It might be. Oh, it's kind of hard to calm down after all this jumping around. See what you've done to me? Oh. So let's just take it a moment then, huh?
Yes.
Take a deep breath and release it. God breathe through me. God feel through me. God see through me. God heal through me. God love through me. God speak through me. God move through me. God live through me. I am an instrument, a willing vessel. God breathe through me. God feel through me. God see through me. God heal through me. God love through me. God speak through me. God move through me. God lives through me. I am an instrument, a willing vessel.
This is where we take all the joy and all the richness and all the energy and just plug it in. Let's get grounded right now for just a couple of minutes. If you're willing to close your eyes, do so. If you're willing to sit up tall, be grounded on the seat that you're sitting upon and plant your feet firmly on the floor. Just get grounded. And place all of your attention right now on your breath. Breathe in through your nose and through just barely pursed lips. Exhale through your mouth. You can let a sound out. And breathe in this way for the next couple of minutes. And while you're breathing in this way, feel all of the energy of Mother Earth sourcing itself to you through the roots that you have, where you have grounded your feet on the floor. With every exhalation, let go of anything that could be in the way, anything that could interrupt your ease, and simply be at peace. If you listen closely, you'll hear the birds outside chirping. On occasion, you'll hear a car go by. Be in the world. Feel the goodness and the beauty of everything. Feel the gift of this room. The oxygen that you're breathing. And choose to believe with me that every breath you breathe is a breath that detoxifies your body temple and renews it. So every breath is a healing, an active healing. When we learn to plug into the stillness, begin to find resources and inspiration that just can't get to us in the chaos. So let that stillness nourish you. Open your mind, open your heart. And be present. Because we're here together tonight, feel the vibration of love that we have generated. Feel it. It's here, it's everywhere. It's all around you, it's penetrating your body temple, it's healing. It is a healing element. Feel it. This is your truth. This is your power. This is your healing. So let's come up together, and let's do that by taking a couple breaths from our upper chest, breathing life and energy back into our body, and bringing the love into the room. I will follow, Lord, with my heart and soul. I will give my life to the way that I must go. I will hold your hand, and our fears will hide. With our mighty love, only peace we'll find. Love saved me, love raised me with a holy view. I know what to do. I was born anew. Love saved me, love raised me with a holy view. I know what to do. Love is born anew. I will follow love with my heart and soul. I will give my life to the way that I must go. I will hold your hand and our fears will hide. With almighty love, only peace we'll find. Love saved me, love raised me with a holy view. I know what to do. Love is born anew. Love saved me, love raised me with a holy view. I'll know what to do. Love is born anew. Love saved me, love raised me with a holy view. I know what to do. Love is born anew. With a holy view, I know what to do. Love is born anew. I would tell you at this moment that we haven't done a community greeting, but there was so much hugging going on after the room. I have a feeling we've satisfied that. It was pretty clear how hungry we all were for each other. Originally, this was not the original plan. The original plan was to do Mother's Day on Sunday. And then we decided, because we listened to you and it appeared that you wanted to get together. I think we've proven that you were telling the truth, right? Yeah. We're going to be here again next month. Do you remember the date, Neil, by chance? You or Celine?
Maybe the 18th, but I'm not positive.
Maybe, all right, we'll try to find out before you leave. So we are at this moment, we have no guarantees about anything. Morristown House has sold this building and they will be leaving before the end of the year. So right now, this is a temporary fix. And I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for them, and they're making it very affordable for us to be in each other's company in this great space. So we will be coming together, you know, like I said, next month and every month for a bit. But all bets are off. If they have to suddenly get out sooner than we thought, that's what is. The only guarantee is if we ever go back and secure ourselves in another location. And it's going to take a lot of doing to do that, folks. At least a 24/7 place. And it will depend upon you. It will depend upon you. One of the things, the 19th?
June 18th.
June 18th. Oh, it is. Oh, June 18th. Celine was right. I should have always remembered. Celine's memory is like ironclad. So June 18th. So one of the things that really got to me when I could know, first it started when we had to get out of the building. And the first shock to my system had to do with suddenly not being able to function in the way that I normally function. I was no longer in control. And I don't say that to make fun of myself, because I don't think of myself completely as a control freak. Yes, I am a control freak on Sunday mornings. I want Sunday mornings to look and sound in a certain way. But I don't apologize for that, because it's all about delivering a product. The end result is that you should not know that we're doing anything on Sunday. You should be able to come and relax and just have an experience. And so if we've done our job well, you'll never notice what goes on behind the scenes. And so as professionals, as you know, many of us are that have pulled this off for many years, that was our job. Now suddenly, everything that I had, that I depended upon, it was gone. And I want to tell you, I was discombobulated. I was absolutely discombobulated and feeling completely ineffective. Because one of the things that I feel, not for me, as who I've always been in my life, and this, I can't say came out of my parents, but it came out of my eldest sister. I have always felt a responsibility to my spiritual brothers and sisters, whoever they were. I have always had that sense that I had to take care of the person next to me. And as many of those people as I possibly could. It was just in my blood. You've heard me say this before. I mean, if I found out that if I found a new vitamin that took 20 years off my life, I would make sure that you all got that vitamin. Whatever I found that worked, I wanted you all to have it. And that's how my life worked. And so suddenly the workability of my life wasn't present. And it's been extremely taxing. My least, and think about this for yourself, but for me, my least favorite feeling in the world is feeling impotent. I hate that feeling, like deeply, passionately hate feeling impotent. And there I was on this little screen on Zoom. Couldn't feel you, couldn't touch you, couldn't hug you when I knew at times when I thought you might be hurting. I couldn't assure you any more than I did on screen, which it didn't feel, I mean, sincere in my heart, but it didn't feel as effective as I know I can be when I'm present. And over the years, I mean, we've been doing this 19 years, 19 this September, right? 19 years. And next year it'll be 20. So I know over the years, I've had this experience many, many times, whereas the warm up is happening with the musicians and the practitioner, and I would walk around the back of the room, and whoever was sitting in the back of the room, sometimes I would just touch you on the shoulder, and I watch it every time. You'd go, oh. And so suddenly we didn't have that. Not only just for me, we didn't have it for each other, and so many of you do that for each other. What I have loved is the relationships that have built. Thank you, Marcy Schneider. Thank you for Hearts to Hug. You are not part of Hearts to Hug. I guess you are so independent you don't need it. I'm not that independent. I have loved it. It hasn't always gone as smoothly. I'm busy sometimes. Who's my person this month? I don't remember. Is my person here? Oh, Ed, that's right. There you go. We have to talk. But the fact we did do as much as we could to stay connected. And you know, if you really, really don't need it, so be it. But I strongly, strongly encourage you. Oh, I must have done my steps today. It's beeping. So if you're still feeling disconnected, get involved. See Marcy before you leave here today. Every month there's a new person to call or that will call you, and it is a lovely thing. In addition to that, and especially since this month has been all about, or the past few weeks has been about prayer. Prayer partners. Who in this room has a prayer partner? Okay, that's a lot of hands. That's actually an improvement over what I used to what, the way are you guys gonna misbehave the whole night? Just wondering. Like, you guys do see each other regularly, you know. We have to separate you. Having a prayer partner can save your life. Absolutely can save your life. And even if you think you're terrible at it, who cares? The act of calling someone, the act of being able to turn to someone. Thank you, Joe Christiana, for my Friday morning prayer partnerships. Oh, thank you. I have 3 others. I have Elaine DeMars on Tuesday morning, Reverend Sunday Cote, a friend down in Virginia or wherever she is, on Wednesday mornings, and Reverend Frankie Timmers and I have been treating together on Sunday mornings for 15 or 16 years. Get that, 52 times a year, and with some breaks, some sabbaticals, but knowing that I'm only going to go so far before I'm going to get plugged in. So when you have more than one, you might only go 2 days and then you have a prayer partner. Okay. So I want to pull in a little bit of a conversation, and recently I've been working with some new individuals that have taken some classes from me. And one of the things that has become very obvious is that some people are just unaware how much their language and their storytelling impacts their life. Joe, yeah, I'm going to move. Because I see the people in the back can't see me, and I want to get responsible here. I want to be very clear. We are in metaphysical teaching, new thought, religious science, metaphysical teaching. You don't have to study this entire book to benefit from it. What you have to do is watch this. You gotta get right with what comes out of your mouth. Now, that's not the only thing. It's just the most obvious and easiest thing to monitor. There are some people that just walk around misusing their language. This is how we create. When we tell a story of woe, 1 time, okay, 2 times, maybe that you're really in pain. But when you repeat over and over a story of woe, you are subscribing to the story. You are actively giving it power and recreating it over and over again. Do you know, now this is not your fault. This is not my fault either. It's just the way it is. Do you know what keeps the pain of the past happening now? What?
Redo, complaining.
Oh, I can't hear.
Redo.
Redo, but how?
We do.
Oh, we do, yes, how? How do we? We tell the story, but the truth is, you know what it is? It's your memory. In our memory, we keep what was alive and we bring it forward and we give it new life. Now, here's the thing. A lot of what you're telling and retelling isn't even accurate. I got news for you. Anybody, have you ever had the experience that in your family, a cousin is like that's a good thing, where you think you really remembered something and they tell a story and you go, what? 2 completely different stories, same family, same party, same holiday. Yet, some people will swear by what they think they heard. And then they'll give it power. And then you know what they do? They make you wrong. We get righteous with that memory. This is a misuse of our spoken word. And here's the thing, when you speak it, you simultaneously hear it. Now, that sounds kind of obvious, right? That's obvious, but you've got to get the impact. So now that's twice. And then the thing is, I had to think it. So I thought it, I spoke it, and I heard it. Now, 3 times around, I've just created and recreated a reality that very possibly I don't even want. I was the worst offender of the bitching, moaning, and complaining group. I was the worst offender. If you had a story to tell me, I had a worse story. Completely unconscious, and that went on for a long time. You can do one thing. You could leave here tonight and do one thing and have your life begin to transform. What is it? Change your story. Well, how else did someone say it? Just say it louder.
Mind your mind.
Mind your mind and
Mind your mouth.
mind your mouth. Mind what you say. Now you won't, doesn't mean you're not going to think it. The thought will bubble up. It will bubble up. But that's where we use our conscious mind as a gatekeeper. We use the gatekeeper and we choose not to give power to it. You got that?
Yes.
Because then we're ceasing the subscription. We're consciously choosing not to subscribe. I have this precious, is there anybody new on there on Zoom since I sat down before? Okay. This precious new woman that I met and took one of my classes, and she called me up the other day and we were chatting about something that was going on in her life. And you know what? There was only one thing she was doing that wasn't serving her. She was telling the wrong story. And I challenged her in that one thing. Why are you telling that story? So what story are you currently telling yourself that's keeping you, what's that around the drain? What's that? Circling the drain. Thank you very much. I'll just start and you can finish my sentences. What story are you telling that's keeping you circling around the drain? Now, God, there's so much I really want to tell you. I want to tie so many things in tonight. How much time do I have? We spend so much time on music. So tonight, no, it's a good thing. It's not a good thing. No. Oops. I didn't mean that. I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh, I'm sorry. That came out so wrong.
The tape was down.
Thank you. Oh, well, I am happy though. I am.
You're just demonstrating. the
Yes.
teaching.
Yes, that's right. You needed to show how easy it is to screw up. So here's the thing. In a number of weeks ago, was anybody in my creative mind class? God Day was in the creative mind class, and then we had other people, but I had people from around the country. That's the beautiful thing that has happened this past year, is having students from all around the country in Canada. Oh my God. And so that book, if you have never read Creative Mind and Success, buy it immediately, read it immediately. I encourage you to buy the gender neutral version. The editing, not so, people like Elaine and Evelyn will like this, but but still it reads differently. It is the most amazing book if you want just a nice, sweet little kick in the ass. If you want that book will do it for you. It's Holmes without the rhetoric. It's Holmes just like in there telling you to go and to do. Oh my God, it's brilliant. Huh? Creative Mind and Success. And the gender neutral version is available on Amazon. It's actually, that book is available free because it's in the public domain. So you could get it free if you just want to get it downloaded. When I teach, I need a paper copy though. So let me read this to you. To practice the presence of the divine in others is to practice mental healing, for it is a recognition of this divine presence which heals. All the words used in the process of healing are for the purpose of building up the realization that I am is in the midst of love. In mental treatment, we should feel as though the whole power of the universe were running through the words we speak. Is that beautiful? The words must become spirit and life if they are to overshadow the thoughts and actions that we have brought about a discordant condition. As much conviction as we have, that we may use. And then Bill pointed out before this beautiful thing on the wall over here. You are about to enter into the greatest experience of your life, a conscious use of the God power within you. Okay, if you need to, get rid of the word God, that's okay. And if you need to get rid of prayer, get rid of prayer. Swap out whatever you need. Don't ever let a single word interrupt the intelligence in the message. Okay, don't ever do that. So it's Mother's Day on Sunday. Whose mother is still alive? Okay, a fair amount of people. So bless you for having your mother still be alive. Oh, and that's right, Celine's mom is watching. Hi, Judy.
She's waving back.
Anybody have some problem? No, she can't see you. She can't see you over there. Anybody have some like complaints about mom? Anybody have some complaints?
I'm not raising my hand.
And she has both up.
Do any of you, did you have problems when mom was alive? I didn't, I'm willing to admit that. So here's the thing about how to take this wonderful celebration and spiritual mind treatment and the healing all together in one place. That person that gave you birth could only give you what they had. They could only give you what they had. Some of us were not well equipped. Some of us were children giving birth to children. Some of us were wounded children giving birth to children. So what happens with that, those of us who might fall in that category have to live out the impact of who we were with what we brought forward. However, are we stuck?
No.
A little more enthusiasm. Are we stuck?
No.
Thank you. But you have to know that you're not stuck. You have to know that. You have to be willing, if it's you that you're condemning, you have to be willing to treat yourself like you are a divine entity, which you are, and to practice forgiveness. If it's your mother, she can only give you what she has. And it's time to look past the human, just the human elements of her, and to look further to the spirit of her. That's the beauty of what we learn in the science of mind. We are never at the mercy of a situation. So I'm going to ask you something else. Do any of you right now, and I'm not being funny, I'm being real serious because we're going to be back here on June 18th. Does anyone here right now have a family member, a cousin, somebody who just irritates the bejesus out of you? Just a few? That's it? All right, I see a few hands. No, really? Y'all don't have somebody that irks you, that you kind of wish they'd behave a little differently. Got a lot of angels in there. Okay, a couple more hands going. Okay.
You've taught them well.
I have not taught them that well. I think maybe a little bypasses going around here. Here's what I want to charge you to do between now and the next month. I want you to begin to hold that person in your mind and in your heart every single night in a way that just surrounds you and she, or you and he, in love. I want to charge you to be the presence of love in someone else's life. We don't want to be a thinking teaching. We want to be a thinking, feeling, action teaching, a being and doing teaching that kind of blends together. Take someone with you. Take someone into the joy that you have found and the freedom that you have found. And if it's not a family member, actually, maybe I should ask a different question. Do you have a neighbor? A coworker? Oh, a few different hands went up. Those people too. Be the play, be the healing. And I want to tell you a story. I think I might have, no, I told this in my class. I don't think I told this on a Sunday. So did I tell you about my contractor? Did I tell you? Somebody's saying yes, somebody's saying no. I'm going to say it again anyway. So I have a contractor. Neil and I bought the house, as you all know, that we were living in for 5 years. And now we have a contractor. So this contractor, interesting man. A contractor. And he comes into my house, and I'm a little intimidated by the whole process, I admit to you. It hasn't been an easy process. So he comes in though, and he comes in the day after the verdict of Derek Chauvin. And he starts saying out loud in my house. Now, all I could think is he thought my whiteness meant we were in agreement. That's all I can assume. And so what happened was he started going off on, those people are celebrating in the streets. And I was like, I didn't. I'm being honest. I didn't know what to do. In my mind, I was like, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe that that man looked at me and thought that this was okay. Like, does, you know, like if he ever knew what kind of an ally I'm active in. And then he made he went a little bit further, and he started talking about Trump. I went, hold on. No. And I'm not, if you're a Trump lover, fine. You can keep that. I don't want to, you're welcome. I know you live in his building. He does. But yeah, I'm not trying to change your mind, but this has been my experience, and he's going on and he's talking about him, and I went, all right, you got to stop. I said, Bob, you got to stop. I said, I just think the man is a chauvinist pig. Because I could grab that one, but I didn't know what to do before that. But I want to tell you, I was so embarrassed by my behavior. I was so horrified by my lack of behavior. I will never be quiet again. I want you to know that. That's my promise to all of you. Never again will I be quiet. So here's the thing, I got off. That's not really right, it's telling a story. But then a couple of nights later, he's talking to Neil downstairs, and he's talking to Neil about we had to have the plumbing inspector come, and he called him. I called up the plumbing office, but those bitches don't work on Friday. I'm upstairs. I'm blown away.
Look at Neil, he's just like,
Well, he's got the calm. He handles this stuff like a champ. I was like, I couldn't believe my ears. Judgment, finding fault, righteous. That's me. Totally my behavior. Totally my mind. And I thought, okay, what am I going to do with this? And because of all the work that I do, because of the forgiveness work that I do, because of the shadow work that I do, I decided to look at this man and realize that I needed to have compassion. Because you know what? He's stuck.
He's hurting.
He's hurting.
Yeah.
Only someone in pain speaks like that. And so suddenly this man that at one point I could have thrown darts at without too much regret. Sorry to say that out loud. What'd you say?
The game is down.
There's no filter. I haven't seen you in a while. But I decided that I needed to actually have compassion and love for him. And so my conversations with him now, or I'm speaking to him heart to heart. I mean, I will not ever allow that kind of conversation happen again. I promise you, as your spiritual leader, I will never allow that conversation again in my house. But the beauty is I got to change that relationship with him. And now when I think about him, I'm telling you the story, and some of it's to be funny, but I promise you in my heart, he's living in a different place. My mind is now a safer place for him to pass through. That's what you and I get to do. That's what I'd like you to do with those family members, with those neighbors, with the co-workers, with your bosses, whoever it is. Create yourself to be a safe place. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. So this is how, even when we're not in treatment, we are the treatment. I am the treatment. Wherever I go, wherever I walk, when I embrace you, I'm embracing you in that treatment because I'm in the consciousness of. That's my job. That's your job too, if you want it. I don't get to impose that upon you, but I hope that as a community, I'm going to say one more thing. My beloved son that you've heard so much about over the years, you know, the one I call my interesting son. God bless him. He does okay, and then he doesn't, and he does okay, and then he doesn't. I want to be the place of love for him. I want to accept him every time he walks in my house without exception. Wouldn't you love to be accepted like that every time you walk in here or anywhere? Wouldn't it be lovely that every time we look at each other, that's all we see? Well, if that's true for us, and that's true for our siblings, our children, our grandchildren, our friends, our neighbors, our contractors, our politicians, all of them, everywhere. So with that, I hope that you think about your life and choose to take on someone and let them live in your heart. Will my practitioners come to the front of the room? And Beth, if you want to come on up, I know you're retired, but come on up. Laura, you're in practitioner studies. Come on, Mary. I know. Come on. I know you're not active now, but these are the people that have trained long and hard to hold consciousness for you. Some are not as active right now. Lori, come on up. Get up here. You're a student. Come on up. You're a practitioner consciousness. You all might not know Lori. Lori is actually studying to be a practitioner right here in Morristown under Reverend Franklin. So these are the people holding consciousness for you. And these are the people that if you're struggling with, if even anything like that has landed in you in a tough way, these are the people to reach out to because they're there to hold the consciousness. And so let's, is that okay with y'all? Okay, right. So just join me in knowing that there is a power and a presence and a love, and right now that love permeates and penetrates all things, all people, every place. From this building to the chairs that we're sitting upon to the clothes that we're wearing, there's love and there's only love. There is a love in every action, in every word, in every song, in every musician, in every member. There is love and only love. Let us carry the love into every room. Let us be the presence of love. Let us be the message of love now and always. The power to do this, the power to arrive at that place that we are able to do that is within. Let us take our love and be in action. Let us show the world one person at a time what pure love looks like. Not because we want to show them, but because it's the truth. Let us walk in that truth and in that power and in that place of love. Yes?
Yes.
Oh, yes. The sweetness of love. The healing energy of love. For this and so much more, I am so grateful. And with all my faith and all the conviction that I can sum it up right now, I release this word to love, to law, and to the awe of life. Join me now in saying, and so it is. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Well, we got some. I know you wanted to say something else too.
Oh, yeah. Bill, don't go away. Well, sorry. Actually, you can't. No, you can go away, but I am gonna now. We left your thing out of the newsletter, your announcement.
I'll stay.
Gee, thanks. So this is the part where we always show our gratitude. You'll notice that we will not be passing the baskets as we normally do because the protocols say that we shouldn't be doing that. But I just want to say thank you. Where we've gotten so far this year, and we're still here, this is a beautiful place. This is our first step to going back to meeting in person on a regular basis. And as everything else opens up, as everything becomes safer, we're working very hard as the leadership council. By the way, how many on the leadership council are here? Please stand up if you're on the leadership council. Please give these folks a hand. They work very hard.
Moved out of the state, we have 100% attendance.
That's right. Antonia is roping steer or something down in Dallas. She's looking for JR. Old reference.
Yes.
But you're old people. So, you know, please, we need your contributions. We need the financial support in order to keep expanding this back to whatever we're meant to be. Don't know what that's going to be. Love to hear from all of you on what you'd like it to be. The email is always there, CSLNorthJersey@gmail. Let us know, because it's really, really important, because this is your community. And we want to build it constantly into whatever it is we want it to be. So let us know your thoughts. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all your giving. That's really, really appreciated. What else do we have going on? Let me start with this. There is no Sunday celebration. This is it. If you want to watch it on Sunday because you're such a creature of habit that you don't know what the hell to do with yourself at 11 o'clock on Sunday, you can tune in on YouTube. And those links are in the newsletter.
But we're gonna send it out.
Well, you already did send out the link.
No, we're gonna
But
send
we're
out
gonna
the
send it,
recording.
we're gonna send out the recording on the specific link, but you have it in the Breeze email you got and in the newsletter, the link to our YouTube channel where you can watch all of our talks all the time, but this will be there and we'll be sending that out as well. There is Psalm Sunday at 9 o'clock. We're still keeping that live. Mary Carney is facilitating that Sunday morning at 9 o'clock, so tune in. It is a fabulous study of the textbook this year, so it's been fantastic. What else is going on, you ask?
What else?
What else is going on?
Thank you. I thought you'd never ask. Flower Power is still on. Buy your flowers, buy your seeds. You can buy them now. You can get them for the fall. They will ship them to you right before the fall. So we've already made over $300, I guess, at this point, because we get 50% on everything that people buy. So it's fantastic. It's been great. Michelle Sauer is not here tonight, but she is the one who's overseeing that. And please keep that up. You're going to hypnotize people and show them how a hypnosis and prayer. That is on Monday,
This Monday?
May 17th.
Okay.
Did you want to say anything about that?
We sent out a survey, you answered the survey. The three main things you wanted to know about was personal development, prosperity, and I threw in hypnosis just to see how you respond. You responded to those three things. So our choices for future classes are going to be based on your choices. So y'all said you wanted it. Sign up for it. It's $15. I'm going to give you a little taste of my old world. Hypnosis and happiness is what it's called. Brian?
Will that be recorded by any chance for?
Yes, I'm going to record that. Yes. Yes, I've decided to do that.
So we can't attend live. we can-
Yes. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Bill has a class coming up. Bill, you want to tell us what that is?
Sure, it's awareness is your freedom, which I've done probably a dozen times now throughout the years. And I know some of you here have already done the program, right? And what I'm doing is an advanced program, so it's actually a master class. So if you are available and you would like to do that with me and those who will be in it, I'd love to have you. What is it, June 8th, right? I think
Yes.
it's June- I
Yes,
think it's
June
June
8th.
8th.
Mhm.
And it will be, of course, on Zoom, and it will be from 7 to 9:30. Love to have you. Let's take this adventure further.
And I believe that's it. We don't have any other announcements. Do me a favor. I got to tell you, the hard work, the dedication, the love that Michelle has put into this for the past year. Please, let's thank Michelle. And now, here's the good news. You don't have to put the chairs back. We do have to leave the front here. Whatever you guys moved before has to go back where it was, but you don't have to move the chairs back. Thank you all. We love you all.
But what are you sitting down for? For heaven's sake, what is this? This is a party. This is a celebration.
Party going on.
Here we go. Don't you know the vibe is high? We're lifting up, spirits fly. Pure and simple reason why. Love is in the room, feel is moving all the time. Thanks to diamonds, sparkle shine. What's that feeling so divine? Love is in the room, shaking rhythm. Let yourself go. From the prison, go for what you know. Love is in the room. Love is in the room. You know to hit the dark heart. Lift up your veil, reveal your heart. Unwrap the present, release the past. Realize that now love will always last. Yeah. Always last. All across the line. I still can't do that dance. Come on, everybody. Put your hands together. get the car. Lift up your veil, reveal your heart. Unwrap the present, release the past. Realize that now, love will not to all about this. How we lift it up, spirits fly. Pure and simple reason why. Spirits moving all the time, dancing diamonds, sparkle shine. What's that feeling so divine? Hey, shit, rhythm. It's just a break it down. Go for what you know. Yeah, I was in the road. Love is in the road. Okay, who's gonna pull this one off? Love is in the road. One more time. Love is in the road. Hey, love is in the road. Move on. Love is in the room. Love is in the room.
CSL dancers, is that what you said? Yes. You're supposed to be dancing. Purple, you're supposed to be dancing.
And we're signing off.